Good evening. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hiya, Glinda. Hiya, Mystery Brownie. Can you hear us all right? So I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Twitch. Let me get my coffee. Now, don't knock that off. We've got a little bit of a to-do going on. The volume is perfect. That's, I don't know how. That's good. Right, I wasn't going to come out, guys, and I thought, I've got to come out because I'm still in a load of pain with my feet. But I had to come out. I just thought, no, something was driving us to come out. And I just feel there's something big coming. So again, I'm back with my crystal ball. Is the lighting okay? All the lights went off. Oh my goodness me, look at the state of me. I am in loads of pain with my feet. Horrendous pain. I've got neuropathy, but I'll be okay. It takes my mind off it coming and speaking to you for an hour. But thank you, Susan. And thank you for the lovely messages people have been sending us, different things I can try. I have good days and bad days with it. I've been back to the doctors again, and I've got nerve damage to the feet through the cancer treatment. I shouldn't keep moaning about it because the cancer's gone. But, hey ho, is it the lesser of the two evils? So I'm trying to keep positive. And yeah, so today's not been a very good day, but I'm okay. But anyway, what was I going to say? All the lights went. I've got the spotlights in my kitchen dining room. I don't know if you can see if I can do that. Can you see? And I was fumbling about in here, and I thought, that's ridiculous. I've only got two, and it was going to 1.5. I thought I'm going to have to get these replaced. So I'm still not very good at climbing. I go dizzy when I lift my arm and I'm up on heights. So I sent Adam up on the ladders. He was hilarious. He's like Norman Wisdom, but he managed to do it, bar one. I need to get somebody out to sort that out. But yeah, it's gone from very dark in here to very light. But no, I thought I'd come out and I'm going to look into what's actually happening, because it seems so tense at the moment, and I do talk to friends and psychic friends and people that I know around the world, and we're all feeling it. There's something about to come down, and it's big. And I thought, right, I'm coming out tonight, even if it's just for an hour, so I can talk to you all about it, to see what comes up in this crystal ball. Okay. And also I've got the cards as well. I might pull some cards out. I'll just get my coffee. But it's lovely to see you all. And I'm sorry to hear that, Sam. You've been fired from your job. It's going up quite quick. I know there's been all sorts what's been happening, hasn't there? But I've been so obsessed. I've got to talk about it. It's because you can't get it over here. But my friend Jacqueline was saying that you can get the Amazon stick thing where you can get a hold of it. But apparently it's not in the UK at the moment, and it's not in the USA at the moment, but it's the new vampire movie called, is it Vampire Love Story or Vampire in Love? Vampire Love Story. And I've been watching clips and I've been mesmerised with it. Absolutely mesmerised. And the guy that plays the new Dracula is called Caleb Laundry Jones. Has anybody seen this movie? Apparently, I don't know why they've done it, but it's going to come out in 2026 for the UK and the USA. But they've set it off in Europe first, and for some unknown strange reason. But it's really, really good, and it shows you how he turns into Dracula, which I don't think none of the other films have ever done that. And I'm just mesmerised with the whole thing, and I just wondered if anyone's seen it. So I've just been watching that, and I've been watching clips of that, and doing a lot of releasing of old wounds like we all are at the moment, yeah, and trying to prepare for Christmas, if there ever is such a thing, because I feel it's very weird at the moment. Let me get my coffee. Apologies for people who haven't got back to. I've been so busy. It's a strange one, you know. It's fits and starts, because I do a book in for private consultations as well. You can come and see us for a reading. I'll put the link in the description afterwards. But I think that it's gone a little bit quiet. I think it's because everybody's like wanting to buy their Chrissy presents in and stuff like that. But I'm still ticking along. I always will be. Come Boxing Day, it'll go mental. It always does. All clairvoyants go, because it's like, it's the high rise of the death rate over the Christmas, New Year. You've got, you know, flu season. You've got divorce. You've got all sorts. You've got office affairs, you know, you name it, it'll happen over the Christmas time, like the Christmas parties and that. And you get unwanted pregnancies, you get hysterical people what spent too much money. Yeah, it all happens. All clairvoyants are busy on December, well, come the end, just after Christmas, going into the January, it just goes bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. So I'm just trying to prepare, if you know what I mean. But I've been in so much pain, and there's so much I want to do in here. I need to get a cleaner. But a girl can only do what they can do. So Glenda says that next Sunday, it's the 14th, is the first night of Hanukkah. Oh, that's nice. It's all going, isn't it? It's like everything's all happening at once. So it is a very spiritual time. You've got winter solstice coming up. Well, depending where you are in the world. Maybe summer solstice for the Australian lot and that. But I don't know, it just doesn't feel right at the moment. There's like a darkness in the air. And I'm going to look into it. I'm definitely going to look into it. So everybody who I haven't got back to, I will get back to you when I can. Oh, it's been awful with what's happened in Hong Kong, hasn't it? Don't scratch, baby. Zizi's got a new trick. Oh, she's so cute. I'll say to her, show us your clothes. And she retracts her clothes and she pulls them out. Isn't that cute? I'll say, show us your clothes, baby. And she pulls her clothes out and shows you them. She's so cute. So I want to say good evening, good afternoon. Hiya, David. And good morning to wherever you all are around the world. This is planet Earth. And it's getting crazier by the day, isn't it? Oh my goodness, my old four sons are on full power today. Oh my lordy. It's beginning to look a lot like Atlas. do. I'll try and look into Ireland. Funny enough, I was just talking about that. I'll try and look into that for you. Or Taiwan. It's a lovely place, Taiwan. And of course, people have been worried about, you know, what could happen to it. But like I've said before, and I'll say it again, China needs Taiwan. And whatever's put out in the news is a lot of it's distraction. They will always be needed. They will always be needed. But I will look into it. Right, so give us a couple of minutes. Yeah, New Zealand's not much I look into, is it? It's just whatever comes up. Well, actually, the pain's gone a little bit since I've come on in my feet. I've took my shoes off. I'm sitting here barefoot, which is a pretty sight. But yeah, I'm sitting here barefoot and I feel cool. I was in my downstairs cloakroom before, like the laundry room, and it's got like cool tiles, and icy tiles was just really helping. You'd think it would be the other way around, wouldn't you? But the cold is actually helping better. So there's a lot of people, is what Julie Brett's put here, are going through emotional challenges at the moment. Yes. Good evening in Chicago. Is it snowing over there? Massive solar flare today towards Earth. Oh, it's crazy. Crazy. Glenda's put here, a statewide general election may be called very soon. All positions a new election. Well, it needs to be called in this country, in the UK. That is for sure. But he's blocking it and stopping it, isn't he? So I'll just wait for a few more to come in, and for the new subscribers and followers, I just want to try to subscribe, because I've noticed in my algorithms behind the scenes, I seem to have a lot more watching as secret watchers than subscriptions. And if you're all subscribed, this channel would grow considerably. So please subscribe if you're not subscribed, or check that you're still subscribed. For new subscribers coming in and followers, I'll do a little prayer in a minute, and if you need healing or prayers, just write the name in the comment section or underneath, either in the stream or in the comment section underneath after the show, and you will receive the healing. I've done a Reiki prayer before I've come on. And anybody out there, if you want to put my name in there for healing for my feet, that will really help. So I'm not actually doing the healing. I've set it off for the angels to do the Reiki on yous, every one of you, or the prayers that you need. It's some ritual that I do, and it does work. Yes, we need to get the lurkers out. That's so funny. So are you all getting ready for Christmas? Because I haven't even started yet, guys. I've got the little ones in, my granddaughters, and but I haven't started everything else. I really haven't. You'd laugh, because a box came the other day, and it had, baby Annabelle the doll, and it's baby Alexander the boy doll, and I got that for the little one. Hopefully she's not watching. She shouldn't be watching anyway. And it's in a box. And then she wanted to go with baby Annabelle. She wanted baby Alexander and a cowgirl outfit and boots. It's just hilarious. Just so funny. And so I've got her the baby doll, and it's on the staircase, the mid-stair going up. And it's in a big box, and the cat's sitting on it. The cat likes the box, so she's using it as a seat. Yeah, I've got a wreath at the door, Christmas wreath. I've got some fairy lights on the hearth of the fire, and that's it. I haven't even put my tree up. Hey, I need to get sorted. Okie dokie, so where's my bell gone? Still working on Christmas. I'm starting to panic. It's bloody ridiculous, isn't it? This is between me and you. I don't even think it's his birthday then. That's what I feel anyway. I feel it's September, his real birthday. But I think it's being around family's really nice, that type of thing. But apart from that, I think it's been made to be very commercialised, and it's all about money, money, money. And I think it needs to stop. But I've been saying this for quite a few years now, and I think it's going to be this Christmas. I think we're going to have something spiritual is going to happen. And I think something's about to happen. Something's about to come in. But maybe it needs to. Maybe it's because the world's become very greedy and lost for a long, long time. I know, Jodie girl, I know. Okie dokie, so let's start with the healing prayer. The cat's settled. Healing for Gaia and all creatures, definitely. I've got my granddaughter's presents, but that's about it. Well, I've got a few more bits to get in for her. But it's just never ending, isn't it? It's all about money, money, money. The world needs a reset. And then, of course, they start with the pushing the holidays into the Boxing Day. You know, the day after Christmas Day, Boxing Day. You don't have Boxing Day, do you, in the USA? I know Australia does. And then it starts with the friggin' tax in the fucking January. I mean, it's just like horrible, isn't it? It's just never ending. Sit back and relax, and we are going to look into the looking glass. May peace be with you all. May the circle of light be casted. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides to come forth tonight to bring healing and the true answers and protection for everybody in this audience. The right answers, the true answers. Because we are now fully aware how manipulation can take place. And we all have to be careful, even psychics. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A2I. He's been about still, Snow Owl. In Ra. Any star beings that'd like to come forth, or anybody from the spirit world? Any animals, animal kingdom, fairy elementals? Anybody who would like to come forth from the spirit world to give us the true answers tonight with love and light, love and light, love and light. Okie dokie. I hate it when the computer shushes like that. Can you hear the shushing? Oklahoma, wow. Good evening. Oklahoma's in the house. Right, let me get a coffee. Yeah, it's very heavy at the moment, isn't it? It's awful. It's got an awful heavy energy. Everybody seems in a daze as well. So I don't know if anybody's in the audience who hasn't seen my last Sunday one, where I talked about manipulation. And I feel that's still happening. I think that we're dealing with different types of people on different levels on this planet right now. Different humans. Some people who've been taken way over by transhumanism, as I was talking about last. Manipulation of different artificial intelligence, what we don't know about. Artificial intelligence can be done for good. It can also be done for bad. I think once we go into this transition of New Earth, I think a lot of it's going to come out in the wash. And I think we're going to have more choice into the future. So it is the way forward. And I've been saying this for a while, that 10 years from now, it's going to be unrecognisable, this planet. It really, really is. But I do feel that there's been a lot of people who've been having meltdowns recently. I, for one, and possibly a lot of you in the audience, really struggling. Are you struggling mentally, spiritually at the moment? Do you feel like everything's just not balanced? You'll have to comment on the link in the stream. And I feel that it's a lot of the retrogrades and the full moon hasn't helped. But I think it seems to be very intense more than ever. And I've been seeing this for quite a while now, that we must look after ourselves no matter what's going on, whatever distractions out there. We must look after ourselves, but we must also keep grounded. It's so important at the moment, right? It's so important. I do feel that we are rewriting the new book. I don't believe the Bible is finished with. I don't claim to be some sort of full-on Christian. I believe in a lot of different religions, but I believe all the holy books of they're still going on. We are the prophets who have come back. We are cleaning up the act. It's not about bloody governments and stuff like that. We are cleaning everything up, but we are also clearing our ancestral roots as well. And it's all happening. Everything's all coming to a head. And I believe 2026 is going to be crazy. I really, really do. So we need to keep grounded and we need to prepare for the new year. I believe that we've got some heavy, crazy weather to come. So I'm just going to wait for this to haze over. Yeah, but there's something going on and I don't know if we're being targeted. I might have to pull some cards out on it. In fact, I'll do that straight away. Oh, it's a case of all the retrogrades and the solar flares. Is it bringing everybody's... Is it triggering we? I just know that we need to keep grounded. And you know, there's been a great push for this spiritual ascension. It's been going on for a couple of years now. We've all been talking about it in the you know, the spiritual communities and that. You know, this is the way forward. We need to spiritually ascend, and we've all been on different levels. But nobody's really talking about that when you get there, right, and we're all feeling it, that we are starting to feel more under attack, because the more spiritual you become, the more open you are to the ones who are on that lower frequency. Does that make sense? And I actually also think that there's some form of energy stuff what's going on. Well, a lot of us do believe that. And it's attacking as well. So how do we keep ourselves protected as we start to ascend? It's very, very important that you keep yourself grounded. People seem to resist, don't want to do that, because they feel by keeping themselves grounded, they'll become less spiritual. But it actually works in your favour, and you can still connect with the outer realms and be spiritual. But being grounded is so important. Remember, we are multidimensional beings and we chose this meat suit. So without your meat suit, if it's not, it's about well body, well mind, well soul. So we have to keep grounded to get the full extent, everything, to get everything into balance. So that means about eating well, and that's easier said than done, because the price of food over here in the UK has gone through the roof. But we have to try our best, eating well, but not just about just eating well and being around the right people, but it's cleaning up, you know, it's weeding our gardens. It's weeding our gardens, but also negative thought can make you poorly. So you have to, it's not, you can take energy in from food and water, but you can also take energy in from the loosh what's out there on the news and all the propaganda. So we have to try to keep grounded, and we have to watch what we're absorbing and watching as well, because that can also play a big part. So yeah, I don't watch your woo-woo stuff, I don't mean that, or whatever you want to watch. But if you overdo it, it can actually make you feel sick. So try to always balance that out with nature or music or pets or whatever it is that you do. Does that make sense? And I think that a lot of us at the moment are stuck in front of computers. So too much screen time is not good for you as well. And that can lower your immune system. So also with people who are in the world where it's a little bit cooler, it's coming into our winter months. Well, even the summer months as well, depending where you are. But make sure you get your vitamin D's into you and your vitamins to keep you balanced. Does that make sense? But a lot of people have become hermits, yeah. So stop consuming the negative thoughts. I don't know if you've noticed as well, there seems to be a push at the moment with ads on Facebook. I don't know about YouTube, but I've definitely seen it on Facebook. Awful things with animals, and it really upsets me. And what I keep saying is, I don't want to say it. I'm not interested, and they keep pushing it. And it's awful. You know what I mean? I made a banana milkshake for myself for breakfast. Can't get much healthier than that. That's nice. I think everybody's different, aren't they? Right. So it's all unfolding, isn't it, to do with Candice Owens and that? I mean, what the hell? It's crazy. I follow a lot of, what's he called? The body language guy. I think he's hilarious. I think his name's Jesus. I don't know what his surname is. But he's really, really good. And I've been watching what he's been covering. But yeah, that's going to get really... it's going to get really heavy, that. So I might look into that as well. But let's see. Let's shuffle the cards. Right. Okay, I'm shuffling the cards. There's a lot of people having meltdowns at the minute. Is there more going on than us shifting and clearing our own negativity? What else is happening? Let's have a look. I don't think I'm going to put my proper tree up this year, guys. I think there's too much happening, yeah? I think I'm just going to get one of them bloody pop-up things and stick it up. I'll just do that. You get them on Amazon, you know, like the pop-up trees. I'll see how I feel. What's going on? He's all been feeling it. It's nothing to feel ashamed about. It's like you feel impossible, or you do a task, because I was talking about this with a friend the other day. You do a task, you know what you've done it on the computer, you fill it all in, it takes you forever, and it's overwhelming, and then you go back and it's not happened. And it's gone, and it's disappeared, and you're thinking, was I on a different timeline? Where's it gone? What's happened? Things like that's happening. Julie Brett's got half of the Christmas tree. Oh, well. What's a pop-up tree, Mary? So it's basically as it sounds. You buy it flat and you open it and it pops up like a spring, and it's all lit. You don't even plug them in. They're like sort of like battery operated. Pops up. Hey presto, Bob's your uncle. It's for lazy people like me, you see, what can't be asked to stand there and faff on with the tree because you've got too much going on, from an autistic son to clients and customers and running around like a blue ass fly. So I just think I'm just going to get a pop-up tree. Plus, as when you've got neuropathy and you've got lymphedema, you think, oh God, I can't be bothered. I've got a beautiful tree. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh my God. What was the question again we were asking? This is awful. I had asked, are we just dealing with our own shit? Or is there more going on? And there's more going on, guys. Look at that. So that is the day state falling, basically. That's the darkness. I don't believe it's going to be like when we wake up one morning, it's like we're skipping through the daisy fields. You know, I've always said that, maintained that. But I do believe there's a big clean-up still happening. And I do believe that because they're losing, they're firing out. I do feel that there's been a heavy manipulation, especially in the UK. I mean, what does it feel like where yous are? But this is how a lot of who have been feeling. Torment. And I asked, is it just the planets? Is it just our own energy? And there's more to it. So there's something like a hierarchy energy here. That's me Moses card. I always get that. I know it's the Emperor, but I always think of Moses when I look at that. So Blue Raven's put here, Louise, I had chemo and it messed up my feet as well. I took vitamin B complex and after 4 years, my feet are okay. Jesus, well, thank God for that. Let's hope mine will be. It's horrible. You don't realise at the time when you're in it, do you? You get, because you get on with it. I feel worse now than I was going through it, and it just seems strange, doesn't it? Very strange. Right, so when the Lovers cards come out, it means something huge is coming. Huge. That's like Wizard of the Oz, you know. So there's a heavy manipulation. It's upside down. It's somebody who's not very nice. Heavy manipulation. That's like the elite there, you know. And they're buying up a lot of land and stuff like that. And I was watching a video, and it's where all, you know, like the rich and famous go, and it's some island where us mortals can't go, but they go there on their private jets and they all meet on this island. Have you seen that video? What's out and about? And it was on YouTube. I watched it last night. So like Bezos and good, watch what I'm saying. We're being on Twitch, but because he owns Twitch. But yeah, they're all going there and they're all meeting up and making world decisions. And I just thought it was very interesting. But I think it goes a bit beyond that. I think we're talking about, I'm not talking about people with money, right, and power. I'm talking about people, you get good and bad, right? Because nothing's black and white, all right? So you've got good and bad in every race, good and bad in every culture, good and bad across the board, even within the rich, okay? So I would say that there's something going on, and I would say it's maybe, I can't even say it's a handful of people. Maybe it's a handful of groups of people. Is it Necker Island, is it? I really don't know. It was one of the islands anyway. But I think there's a dark situation with some people where there's targeting going on. There's definitely targeting going on. Let's have a look. I know it's the Lovers, but I get like Adam and Eve. I'll put my finger over it because, you know, like YouTube don't like it. They say it's not good. So you've got to go like that, right? But we've got the Lovers cards. I'm hiding the bits. Like I'm being good. I'm hiding the bits. But this is what they're trying to do, aren't they? They're trying to get rid of the man and the woman and the God's creation. You've got the cherub there above. There is an attack. There's definitely an attack going on. We know that. Let's see. And it's all to do with money. That's the new money system coming in. But it's not all doom and gloom. It's certainly not, because I definitely feel, by the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is just my take on it. But I definitely feel that we're going to bounce through this. We're going to come through it. We're going from the old earth into new earth. But there's been frequency attacks, yes, definitely, 100%. And it's possibly all part of the weaponry, what's out there that we don't know, and all the, you know, everything to do with, people worry about nuclear, but I think, well, I'm going to worry about that. It's other things, what's out there. Frequency attack, look. Frequency attack. But we've known that for a long time, haven't we? Eight of Cups. There's some big news coming out actually by tomorrow, which is within the day. 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. There's the Pope. What's the Pope doing in here? This is going to be some big news coming in with the Vatican. I just feel that we're on the edge of something very big, very, very big. Okay. Will it be announced that we've been getting frequency attacks? I think it's going to come out in other ways. Let's see if it's solar flares as well. I think it's not just one thing. I think it's a few things. But where there is people who have been really struggling, it's not where it's the attack has been sent to you individually. I think it's going off to areas. Does that make sense? Areas. I'm going to check that. Is it going off to areas? Yes. So the energy is going off to areas, like say, oh, we'll send it to that area or that state or that town. I don't understand what it is, but it's definitely some form of a frequency attack. There's the moon there, but as you look, you've got the man on the moon. There's a lot going on. So I think it's like a control thing. It's like trying to control where. It's going to stop. It's definitely going to stop. There's another tower. You know what they're giving us? I know this sounds crazy. My guides are giving us the old Babylon is fallen. The old Babylon has fallen. Okay, I am actually seeing crazy times ahead. How we had the lockdowns a few years back, I feel that there's something bigger coming, and I actually do feel it's going to be like, so I can see military. I'm seeing military on the streets there. We've got the Five of Rods there. I see conflict. I see man, woman fighting back. And got the court jester there. That's the UK. I'm actually feeling that there's going to be mass kickoffs in the UK. Mass kickoffs. Oh my God. Look at that. And we've got the Five of Rods. 5 weeks, maybe 5 months, 5 weeks. So if we say 5 weeks from now, we're looking into the end of maybe mid-January. If we're looking into 5 months, which I don't think, well, I think it's just going to be one thing after another, to be fair, this year. 2026 is going to be an absolute roller coaster of events. I see 3 major events coming off. I'm just going to put these back together again. This year is it's revving up. Next year's going to be absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I want to see what the event's going to be. There's so much trickery out online at the minute, Patricia. Is it Patricia? Oh no, Julie. I read on Facebook post that 3,000 stormed Westminster. I don't know how true it is. I don't think that's true. I don't think they're happy. Well, the British people aren't happy. But you know what? Like thought form and energies, which I've been going on about, it's nothing to say that it can't happen. Yeah. There's going to be kickoffs. Definitely. I'm seeing the UK. Yeah. it's imminent, really. It's I think that the restrictions with these awful tyrants, what's in this government over here in the UK, I think it's going to hit a peak into January. And I'm feeling it's as if there's going to be announcements. It's going to be the fall of him. Whatever he tries to restrict and put on the British people, it's going to be the fall of him. But I've said this for a long time, it's the same penny, two different sides. It's going to be a long time before we get rid of governments. People will say, well, we don't need governments, but I think it's going to be a long time before that happens. But nevertheless, I definitely feel that there's going to be changes within the government over here in the UK, and it's coming. See Nigel Farage's face. I think he's going to join in with somebody else. I think that I don't know why they're giving us coalition. Remember that. Sometimes as well, when I'm given a message, I could be like reading a year out, because when you're getting messages from Spirit, they're not working in the time zone we're in. They're working out of that time zone. We will be all right, but there's going to be like Rambo on the streets. I'm seeing a seaside town in the UK. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's Brighton or somewhere else, but there's going to be something what's going to kick off, and there's going to be upsets. I want to give you the 12th, I want to give you the 27th, and I want to give you the 29th, the 15th, and the 11th and the 12th. There's more shocks to come with Angela Rayner as well. Doesn't she not live near seaside? Or there was that hoo-ha when she bought that house near the seaside. Can you remember? Right, we've got the Lovers cards. When the Lovers cards come out, it means there's big news coming. Right, so we've got the monetary system. The how can I put this? It's going to change. And it's like all these, I don't like saying the word elites, but all these like rich billionaires and that, they all know what's going to happen. They're all having secret meetings. Is it Eastbourne where she lived? I don't know, I just seen a flash of her face there, so maybe there's something coming there. Alright, Serena got her job back, according to Celestial Fleas. Starmer announced it earlier today, even after fiddling her finances. You mean fiddling the system with the tax? Right, okay. So, can you remember that film that was out, and I think something about Obama, or was Obama like part of it, or I don't know, anyway. There was a film, and it was about frequency attack, and sometimes they seep these things into films, but I'm saying something like that. How can we get... I've said this for a long time. When it kicks off, go inside and shut the door. Go inside and shut the door. I'm not saying this to frighten or fearmonger. It's just a prophecy I'm getting, yeah? Alright, so Angela Rayner bought a flat in Hove. Alright, okay. It's something what's coming in from the sky. It's an event. I see something, but I'm also seeing the grid. They're giving us grid going down. Grid going down. Now, I've been given this before. I don't know if this is connected or it's a separate event, but I'm being shown an airport, and I can see people stuck in an airport, and you're looking at all the flights, but they're all blocked. Everything just goes boom. It just all goes down. And then it's something about the stock market. They're giving me that. I'm being given the 15th and the 16th. It's coming through really strong. And it's an event what's going to take place. This is where the gold comes in, and I've talked about this before. There'll be changes there. Gold's going to rise. Silver's going to rise as well. Precious metals. And anybody who's bought any sort of coins what's not worth much, like Iraqi money, anything, there's going to be a boom. So a lot of people are going to become millionaires overnight. I'm saying this. But anyway, there's going to be a situation what's going to take place, and it's never happened before in human history. Not the way this takes place. Everything goes down. Everything goes black. It goes dark. But it's also going to be worrying because planes won't be able to take off, obviously they have like sort of generators in hospitals and stuff like that. But it's going to cause a massive, massive crash. I've just seen 3 black ravens. Ooh, come in here. Coming in, my darlings. They're coming through from the atmosphere. He's coming in from the spirit world. They're saying it's the rise of the witches. Oh, and all that. Oh, and it's like, the dark ones can do what they want, but the light ones can also do what they want. So find your spirit animal, all right? So the ravens have coming in for protection. Thank you, ladies. They're ladies. I don't know. One of them's a boy. 2 girls and a boy. They're just running. They're just coming in around to my house. Thank you. They're coming in for the show. That's lovely. I've got a load of lions coming in for people. So go with what you like, the animals you like, because you can have more. You can have many animal guides. Like you can have many guides. Your main guide is normally your doorkeeper. Like my doorkeeper is Jed. I talk about him all the time. So we're not just dealing with harpy stuff and frequency energy stuff. We're also dealing with frequency stuff, weaponry. We're also dealing with black magic, and it needs to be talked about. It goes on. And because of the internet now, everyone's at it. You know what I mean? It's everywhere. But not to be afraid, because find the power within you, and there's nothing more protective than the power of prayer. Yeah? But yeah, it's out there. And I sometimes wonder, because there was talks about, was somebody had paid some witches on Etsy to hurt Charlie Kirk? I do believe, these things can take place. I'll get back to that in a minute, because I definitely feel there's that, when I look at Candice, I think that she's under some sort of negative energy at her as well. But she has some very powerful angels around her. I'm not saying that Charlie didn't, but maybe it's to do with her ancestry or whatever. She's got some clout around her, that woman, what's going to protect her. So that's good. That's really, really good. Okay. Right. I'm just going to pull some more cards out here. How do you remove curses? It's for another night, basically, but I'll tell you a good one. You get, and this is actually from, it's an Asian trick, but it does work. So if you feel you've got a curse put on you, get an egg, right? And you can either do this on children, which don't feel very well, if you don't feel very well, and just, if you do it like naked, it's even better in your bedroom, and just roll the egg up and down your arm, all over your body. Roll the egg around your face. Don't press it too much, because you'll smash it. And then roll the egg all over as much as you can. Get somebody to help you if you can, like your spouse or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But roll the egg all over you, and then crack it on a saucer and put it, if you can, put it either underneath your bed or by your bed. And in the morning, if you've got a blob on it or two, it's pulling the evil eye off. That does work. That's a good one. Salt is very good. My nana used to say this all the time. Always have salt in your house. It keeps the devil away. And give you loads of, gypsy things to do, all that type of thing. Garlic's a good one. Coffee, curry. All of these things that you've got in your house, it keeps the negativity away. It really, really does. So percolated coffee, it's a lovely smell to have in the house. Cinnamon, ginger, get burning with your stuff. It works. It really, really works. But yeah, try rolling the egg if you feel you've had a curse put on you. I'll be honest with you, right? It's gone beyond witchcraft because, like I say, you're going into the outer realms now. You've got a lot of it, kosher salt, yeah. You've got a lot of sea salt works as well. You've got a lot of stuff out there where there's artificial intelligence within weaponry where it's attacking people as well. But it can also be used for so much good. So it's not so much the AI, it's who's behind it. It's who's behind it. You'll never get a demon into your house with a dog. If you've got a dog, demons don't like dogs. I had one try to push me the other night. It was very scary. I had to go out and I came back. And I'm one of them people what doesn't pay gas and electric bills. I've got like a pay as you go. And people say it's a more expensive way to do it. But I like it that way. It just means I don't have a gas and electric bill. And to be fair, it's quite a very economical little house here, a little terrace house I've got. So anyway, when it goes out, I had to go out and get the gas. And then I've got to go into the garden where there's like a metal house in the garden. And it's very dark and eerie over here. It's like creepy. So I'd gone to the garden to put the gas on, and I sensed like an energy behind us, and I turned around and I couldn't say anything, but I felt it. And as I come back in, whatever it was, pushed us from the garden into the house. Pushed us. So it was a demon trying to attack us. So I put some salt at the back door, put some salt at the front door, had a salt bath, did what I needed to do, and it went. But they're flying around, they are out there, and I don't know how or what, because I think we're all going through this they've always been there, but because we're going through a transition at the moment, they're running havoc. Because you've got two worlds colliding, coming together, old earth into new earth, we're all ascending and playing a part of this. And it's bringing in angels and everything in, you know what I mean? But no, when you're working and doing either God's work or you're doing good for mankind, you'll always get chased by old Nick, as I call him. But the bloody thing did what he did. But that's as best as it could do. You just try to push us into the house, you know what I mean? Lavender and sage is very good. The smudging sticks. I've got one here, look. You can get it with dragon's blood as well. You can get them, if you go this online, there's an amazing site, and it's a Native American site, and it sells the sage mixed in with the dragon's blood, and it's really powerful. White sage is normally very good. Oh, there's it's all going on at the moment, angels and demons, But I've dealt with it for a long time, I've helped cleanse houses. I've seen these things, I've seen them. There was once I had gone out to this person's house. I'll quickly tell you this. And because she had a priest out. The priest couldn't do anything. And she had a poltergeist in the house. And it was throwing things around the house. And anyway, I went to the house with another psychic. Went to the house. And as I got to the bottom of the stairs, you could hear it hissing. It was the only way, like a growling and a hissing was coming from the top of the stairs. So we proceeded to go up the stairs with the holy water and the crosses to sort it out. And I've never experienced anything like the blood curdling screams and everything what was coming from this entity. And we managed to get it out of the house, but then what you've got to do is you've got to invoke the angels to open the portholes to get it out. Because if you can't just clean a house so it's roaming around the streets, because it'll just go on to somebody else. So it takes a lot. You've got to do a mixture of prayers and all sorts of things to bring the light angels in to get it, to take it through. But we managed to do it. But it does go on. In the Catholic Church, they don't talk about it much. But I would say that there's many possessions which are taking place and exorcisms. They just don't tell you about it. So that's on a rise as well at the minute as well. Anyway, let's get back to this. But you mustn't be afraid. Remember, you can't have the light without having the dark. There's a balance what's trying to take place here on this planet. And yeah, old Nick's been running havoc for a long, long time and he's been getting away with it. But he's not going to win. He's not going to win. And his little associates. I'm going to pull more cards out. What was this vision that's seen? I kept airport. It's a vision I'm seeing really strong. I've had it for a long time. Ways the people are going to be fine. Into the future, there's going to be a new type of... This is coming through for the USA, actually really strong. I'm a little feared that there could be some crazy weather to come. And I feel that there could be new housing material to come in. I've talked about this before. And it's going to be stronger. It's going to withstand tornadoes and all sorts of things, okay? But I had this vision that are they going to put shungite? Or they're going to put something, I don't know what it is. They're going to put something in a building material which is going to help people who live in cold areas to keep their houses warm. But it's also going to help people who live in hot places to keep the houses cool. And it's also going to withstand and stop a lot of attacks. So this is to come. This is definitely to come. I don't know how long I'm looking down the line. I could be looking years down the line here. Within a decade, but I do feel that we as the people are going to rise. And that's us there celebrating New Earth. There is an event to come. An event that will take place which will be bigger than what we had with the lockdowns, okay? And it's going to affect the stock market. Everything's going to crash. And it's going to happen so quick. It's going to go down, then bounce back up again. But it's so violent. It's so strong. And within that time it's off, we are having some sort of... I feel emotional. We're having some sort of second coming of an awakening or something. There's something going to happen. It's... changing people. It's changing mankind for the good. But it will be scary for a short time, depending where you are around the world. It reminds us a bit like, when you're doing them sort of video games with the zombies. Can we get to the shops? Will we be attacked? And then there's people in shops and they're grabbing things, and it's... My concern is the water. We need to plan. We need to plan. This water is the stuff I drink all the time. Look at it. Highland Spring. Be the Scottish, and as you say, it does me body good. I love it. I drink loads of it. And of course I've got a filter as well, and I'm not far from a reservoir, so but I filter my own water as well. I do believe very strongly that we need to prep. We need to prep. But we need to prep the right things, don't panic buy the things that you need in, and be savvy about it. But also, if you've got children or even teenagers, how you can keep them entertained if something is kicking off out there, if the lights go off, because we so depend on energy like that. So get the books, get the board games out, get the sweeties, get it stashed away, because these little things are going to they can just help if someone's having a panic, or if you've got happy kids in the house, or teenagers, or elderly people, happy people. You can get through anything. Look what our grandparents went through in the war. And what the famous saying was in the UK was, keep calm and carry on. We are British, Keep calm and carry on. Get the kettle on. Or in this case, get my flasks on and our little camping stoves on. So there's definitely something about the grid here. Going on the timings here, we've got 7. Flaming Nora Batty. My God. It could literally happen at any time. You can see there, Roman numerals. Yeah, there's going to be a panic in the USA, so that there will be new housing be built. So that when I say panic, 2026, lots of storms, lots of crazy weather. Buildings just going up on fire, and I don't know why I'm getting that. Buildings just going up on fire. Zombies. Why am I getting zombies? I'm not saying it's zombies, but you never know, do you? I used to joke about the zombies that come in. It could just be, I think what it is it's crazy people wanting to get food or water. I think as well, so protein bars in, things like chocolate. It's not a thing that everybody, but it can save the day. Get some candy and just, sweeties, just pack it away. It saves the day, And not that I'm a drinker, because I don't drink, but always have some whiskey in the house or something. This is what my elderly grandparents would do, if there was shock, they were giving them a bit of whiskey or some sherry or something, just for the shock. But it also can keep you warm. Vodka's another thing, it's a good disinfectant thing for the skin. These are things that you need to have in your emergency cupboard. Yeah, chocolate could be used for bartering. Sanitization, yes. I was watching somebody online and they were making, be careful, but you can make sort of your own sort of lights and stuff like that by putting vodka with fire. be careful, but watch what you're doing, you know what I mean? But there is stuff out there. I think they were doing it with toilet roll or stuffing toilet roll into something, and they were making their own lights. There's going to be crazy weather 2026, and I want to send healing tonight out to the where the polar bears are. The ice cap, that's all melting. So some of these things are natural and some of it's not, okay? But this is what I'm being shown. Yeah, I see the children of New Earth, the little children. They're so gifted. That's a strange one. What Love to Heart is using on Love to Heart using is on YouTube. My mum told me you could make your own vodka from potatoes. Wow. Yeah, get the little solar lights in, that type of thing. You can improvise with things, like fairy lights, with the batteries in. You could wrap them around your staircase. Just if the lights go out, it could be quite daunting, but if you've got some light in the house, it just means that it's there for just in case. Just in case. And I think depending on where you are in the world, if it's cold, make sure you've got your blankets and stuff like that, your sleeping bags, your blankets. Old-fashioned blankets. It's funny, but there's quite a few people out on YouTube, isn't there, like sort of preppers and that, and some of them are like ex-squaddies, like army lads and that. And basically, they've got it right, I think that we need to, like, the fitter we are, the better. When the going gets tough, so we can, like, sort of, like, you need to have a plan in place if the lights go out, not to panic, right? And I'm going to say this again, right, because not everybody, there's a lot of city people in the audience. We're not all off-gridders. So if you don't have... This really works well. Try to get yourself a thermal flask. Like you can get the big ones as well, not just the little ones. That depending if you've got a family or it's just you, just a little one. So make sure that every day, maybe from late afternoon when it starts to get dark, fill your flask up with hot water. And then it means that if the lights go off overnight, we'll have a power cut. At least you've got your hot water in your flask where you can make yourself a hot cup of tea or a hot coffee. And it just means that or a hot water bottle. Yeah. That's a way you can keep it. The thermal flasks. Have a look on Amazon. Sometimes you can get the great big ones. Do you know what I mean? And then it means that you've got a backup. And then if nothing happens, you can just use that hot water anyway. And hot water bottles, and that type of thing, just things that you can back up. Not everybody has backup generators. I've got a one, but it's one of them loud petrol ones, you know what I mean? But you can get a lot of the solar powered things for your iPhones and your laptops and stuff like that. We just need to have backups on things. And don't forget we're pets as well. So, according to somebody here on YouTube called Unspoken, sternos last for hours. Think about camping sauces. Oh, interesting. Hot water bottles are fantastic. So, there's going to be this is inevitable. This is going to happen. It's going to happen. This is what I predict, right? But they will blame somebody. There's two timelines I'm seeing here, and I'm saying they're going to blame an event on something to do with something what's out there in the sky, which I'm going to look into in a minute what it could be. And then they're also blaming something like Russia or something like that. All right, let's have a look. There's a lot happening. But when the lights come back on again, it's going to be like we're different. And then at that point, they've switched everything over. It's quantum. Everything's different. But we feel different. It's like we're coming out of the darkness and we're going into the light. Not for everybody, but the majority of us, yes. And it's something where it will be talked about for years to come. It's not just a normal power cut here. Right? It's not just a normal power cut. That is a thing. If you're getting this is something else what I've got to say as well. If you're getting a lot of tins in for stocking up, make sure you get a good tin opener. Because I don't know about you guys, but a lot of the tin openers are crap now. And of course, if you're going to have an electric one, it's not going to work unless you've got a generator. So make sure you've got a decent tin opener to open your can of beans or whatever. You know what I mean? Just saying. Let's have a look. It's so that there's other events coming from it when it all goes down. But it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. And it's bringing in the new financial system. It's bringing we're all up to date. It's going to change the dollar. It's going to change the euro. It's going to change the pound. And then they're going to bring this new trade bridge in. They'll blame Trump. I'm telling you now. I will show my arse in Fenix window. They will blame Trump. They always do. But we've got two very positive Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. So through the darkness, we're going into the light. People will find families I feel emotional saying this. This is like a prophecy. People who weren't getting on, neighbours, families, when everything's not there and nothing's working, we will get to know our kids again, our mothers, our fathers, our husbands, our wives. It's going to be spiritual. And it's only for a short time, but it's enough. It's God's plan. It's not just, you've got the dark people and the light people, the goodies, the baddies, whichever way you want to say them, the black hats, the white hats, whatever. It's a spiritual war, but it's all part of God's plan. Because this system is so dark. And it's not for me to talk about on this platform. I'll have to take you onto Twitch at some point. It's safer on there to talk about the things that I want to talk about. And you know what I'm talking about. Things that they're doing with little people. But it's bigger than what you think. And they've got away with far too much for far too long. Because they don't have to be tracked. And this is where the digital ID is coming in. And people are saying, we're not going to, the thing is, but this new system is going to track people. But it's also going to stop. And I'm not for it, mind. So don't even go there. I don't like being tracked. But it's also, there'll be a choice. Because I also feel the new internet's going to come in. And it's going to be far faster. And it's going to be quicker. It's going to be safer for our kids. But it's also going to stop a lot of darkness because it seeps in and we see it sometimes. Yeah. But you're talking, what is the dark net? What actually is it? You've literally got no effing idea of what is going on behind the scenes, right? It's a dark underworld, and it's all going to be stopped when all this new system comes in. So there's a bigger plan what's taking place. We have to trust God. We have to trust. Do not lose it. Just stay in your own power, with your own, doing your own housekeeping, doing your own thing, because it's all about to change. The monitoring one now, Liam, the monitoring one now, you've literally got no idea. I've been going through a remortgage. The amount of questions that I've been asked is on another level. And it wasn't like that the last time I remortgaged. I'm telling you now. They practically wanted blood offers, right? And I wouldn't say that I make canny good money. Do you know what I mean? I'm not mega rich, but I'm not like mega poor. On paper, it looks better. Put it this way, the tax man loves us, right? But you've got to be like squeaky clean now to be able to get anything. You know, they want to know the far end of a fart, basically. You've got to... It's worrying, all right? But at the same time, we just have to keep going, and we're going to come through it. That's what I want to say to you, right? But yes, they're tracking me now. They just by bringing it into a reality, by using that pleb what's in Parliament, by saying, oh, we're going to have digital ID. But basically, they're tracking me now anyway. I talked about this last week. They're tracking me now anyway. It's already happening. But anyway, I've lost track here what I was going to say. There's the Moses card again. It's all about the gold, you know. And I think if you check back after this show, I covered it when I talked about the gold in one of my videos. But if you look at that, right, and the gold, the hidden gold. So to get we're up to scratch, to get to where we need to be, all the technology that they've held back from with the new internet, what's coming in, it's going to have a bit of a wobble. We're going to come through it, and we're going to be absolutely fine. What's the Sky event? Let me see. There's so many different timelines. I've been going on for a while, haven't I, about a fake alien invasion, but I'll be honest with you, anything's possible at this moment in time on this planet. Is it possible we could have a real sort of alien event? I don't claim to know everything, all right? Just what I pick up psychically, what I see remote viewing, and the people I read for. I get to read for all sorts of military people and stuff like that. I do know that there's a lot of highly advanced sort of things out there, aircraft, which we would class as UFOs, where it's actually got man flying these things. And I do also believe that alien technology, and I do believe that they're working amongst secret governments. Yeah, 2 minutes. I don't believe that they're going to come flying through the skies and save them. I believe we have to do that ourselves, right? But everybody's individual. Some may have some contact. It's possible. It's very possible. I think there's going to be a lot of things to take place where people will have sightings and stuff like that. It might be a town or it might be a few people, and there's going to be a lot of stories to come out into 2026 and 2027. I don't want to say for definite, but I don't want to say not poo-poo it. It's possible we could have alien contact. It's not ruling it out. But if it's negative, it's staged, right? If it's negative, I'll say this again, it will be staged. There's the star. They've got it. They're watching over. Right, we've got the star there. Best card in the pack. So there is, I don't think there's such a thing as goody aliens, and I think that we've got good and bad in every race. I think we're just a mirror effect of what's out there in the galaxy. They've just been born on a different rock with technology and medicine that they'd like to bring to this planet to help and free this and that and the other, like energy. But it's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen. It's all part of our human evolution here. I do believe that we will get contact. I do believe that we will. I feel really emotional tonight when I'm saying that. We will get it, guys. I don't know when. It will come. But there will be people, it's going to come out when it's, you can't really put it all on the governments. It's not going to. They've tried to hide it. Look what they've tried to do, NASA and everything. They've tried to hide it. But when it is when they start to come out with it and it's on the news, it's going to be brought out in a very scientific way. And like I've always said, when the man stands in snow, we will know the truth. They're waiting for things to slowly fall into place. They're trying to get used to their technology, and then for things to fall, then they can bring the new technology in. And they'll work through different humans as well. So, and they're living amongst us, and some of them just look like us, right? But unless you get really close up and you can just tell, they just might be slightly different. If you're that tuned in, you'll just pick it up. Like different ears or different eyes, or they're more wider apart, just slightly different. But they are living and working amongst us. Integrating is what I'm being given. Yeah. So they're trying to get used to their world, to bring what up to date, because it's just been drip fed in and it's all been about greed. So they're very excited, the good ones, the good guys, for mankind. But they are also confused, well, not confused, that's the wrong word, concerned that some humanity will not make it. And I'm not saying this to frighten or to fearmonger, because of an event what's coming which could, sorry guys, take some lives. Let's see what that could be. So I don't like my job. I just like it just to, I think we need to start doing like love readings and things like that. Why would that happen? People sometimes get angry, like, why would that be allowed? I don't have all the answers. I just know my visions. Life can be so cruel sometimes, and it's not fair. in order to bring her up to date, they have to sometimes allow, there will be some events to distract her, but the real events, the real events. It's an energy thing, and you're looking at also, it's not just one thing. It's weather, it's water. I don't know why I'm getting the water. It's not everybody. There is light. There is lots of light. We just need to stay fit. We need to stay strong, mentally, physically, spiritually, and believe that we are going to be okay, because we will be okay. There's the Empress, and she's got everything. She's got everything in her feet. Some people are going to go very natural, very organic through this transition, and some people are going to go way into the crystal grid, what's coming. The new, I'm not saying it's called that, I just call it that. Do you want to be in the grid? Do you want to be in this new futuristic world? You know, or do you want to be like Mr. Brown down the street who is growing his own veggies and that, you know, and helping the community? We are going to have choices, more choices, and there's going to be a lot more laws coming up on the new internet, the new stuff, what's going to come into play online. And that's not that far on, that's only a couple of years down. Somebody's just said tax. I hate that word. I hate that effing word, right? But it's got their tax higher and brighter. The tax in this country is going to get far worse before everything falls, and then it's going to get better. The next people to come into power will drop the tax. And I want to see if there was a timeline if Nigel Farage got in. I think he would definitely drop the tax. But it's going to change. It's definitely, you know, I think that we just have to hang in there, Brits. Us Brits need to hang in there. Different resources around the world. I do worry about the Irish, and I'll tell you why. Because we also are creating our own reality, and we are releasing our ancestral wounds. So some of us have come back as ancestral, to clear our ancestral wounds, right? And you probably think, well, why would you bloody do that? But we do. We sign soul contracts before we come here. So then you've got pain which is collected in certain parts of the world. This is why America's in such a state, in place, different places, all right? Because of everything what's took place. You've got all the unrest of the Native Americans, where they had their land taken by the white man and things like that. That's all unrested. That lies within the soil. Now you're going back to the potato famine in Ireland and everything what took place. So there's a lot of things what's took place on Ireland, what needs to heal. And it lies within the Irish people, within the land. But it's a very magical place, Ireland. And of course, when you've got what the government's done, they've used it as a bloody dustbin to put all the illegal immigrants in there. And, you know, they've upset a lot of the Irish people. But it's all going to change. I think that there will be whatever reflects in the UK will also take place in Ireland. I see great floods to take place. But again, there'll be like a great community spirit in Ireland, and people all coming together, the Irish, you know, all coming together. In different cultures there as well. It's not about, you know, it's not about divide and division here. It's about we as the Brits and the Irish and the Welsh and the Scottish, we welcome all different cultures. We just want our children to be safe because we don't want people coming in who aren't being checked. That's what we're upset about. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of change there. But like who we thought was our enemies is going to become our friends when the going gets tough. So yeah, I think that there will be, I don't know, the potato thing's coming up again. I really don't know. Or it's just going to, bread and potatoes is actually coming in very strong. For some unknown reason, I'm getting salt as well. Flour is going to be a big thing. Bread, bit like what's in the Bible, isn't it? Bread. The war of the fish as well. I don't know why that's going to come up again. Oh, it'd be lovely if that the income tax could drop. I know I was all excited when I got my ancestry done, and I thought I was going to have Irish in because my grandma was like from that area. Her side, my mum's side. That wasn't the case. There's no Irish in us. I've got a lot of Scottish in us and a lot of French and Dutch and Denmark and all of that. You know what I mean? But a canny bit of Scottish in us. Hilarious. Aye. So looking here at the Empress card, I just think that we will be okay. We are taking back our power. So whatever I've touched upon tonight, it's nothing that you probably don't already know or feel. You know, I'm no different to you just because I sit and do it for a living. It's I just give off my visions, but we will be all right. Well, once this transition takes place, right, and it's going to affect the food industry, that's going to be the biggest thing because once they do the big cleanup with the food, it hasn't even started yet, right? The grand finale. Once they get into the food chain, oh my God, guys. Anna, Ricky, French and Scottish. No wonder I'm fiery. And my ancestors, the Danelaws, are the direct lineage to the Ragnar. King Ragnar, you know, one of the famous Viking warriors. So I've got that in us as well. How cool is that? What was I saying before then? Faith. Oh yeah, the food. So the food chain's going to be the biggest thing because they're going to have to, they're going to ban the plastic. The ETs are behind that one as well, mind. So you're talking the ones which are working with mankind, they know that needs to be cleaned up, and that's what's causing a lot of the cancers and stuff. I don't even want to go there with what's in my food chain, you know, there's nasty things, but plastic's going to be a big thing. That's going to cause a massive change on this planet. Massive. Because it's going into the sea, it's affecting the sea life. And then, of course, you've got the hiding in the foods, which is, you know, the chemicals which should be banned. So there's a lot of laws what are going to change. It's that this is all part of the cleanup. And then I keep saying that, you know, the new internet, it's like laws for this, laws for that. Like protect our rights, protect our from the darkness as they're clearing it up. It's all going to come out. Spying on way. It's going to be more talked about. Yeah, it's huge. I think it's going to take a few years to sort the food chain out. And you know, they have materials to replace the plastic, but you know, it's going to take time and it's going to affect a lot of companies, but it has to be done. It has to be done. There's going to be problems with farmers. I know what's going on at the minute. Ireland, the UK, France, Europe, US, there's going to be a rise of the farmers. So I think there's different communities, different people are going to turn on the governments. We will face, as the UK, we will face another Guy Fawkes. You know, is it the Amish people? They've got it right, like, you know. They really have it right. Yeah. I want to tonight, and I want to send protection and prayers to Candice Owens. I don't know why. I think that she's up against a lot of evil. I think that there's a lot of stuff to come out. I think that, I'm not saying she's perfect, but what I do get is she's a damn good what she does. But I don't agree with everything she says. But I actually do feel tonight is a psychic, is a healer, an intuitive healer. I don't know. I feel she's up against a lot of negative what's going on at the minute. But if they try to take her down, it's going to backfire. I predict that she's going to go and do something with somebody else, and it's going to be part of a new movement. It's going to be part of something what's going to take place to do with social media into the future. I know that might sound a bit cryptic what I'm saying, but just remember that. I don't agree with everything she says, but I do believe she's in danger. And but like I said, she's also got some powerful angels around her. And she's quite a savvy woman as well. She's not daft. She'll have a husband there to protect her. But I think I hope that she does a lot of interviews. She does them from her basement, from her home. And she doesn't go off meeting people who are disagreeing with her. I think that I do feel there's a lot of hatred there, and it's not nice, and it shouldn't be happening. Amish are very clever farmers, yeah. Yeah, so there's going to be problems with teachers, the NHS, that's coming into play as well. That's going to change a lot. Prisons as well. I'm getting something about prisons. And farmers is coming through really, really strong. The rise there's been of the great supermarkets, but also the fall after all this takes place. And then I predict there'll be two great supermarkets which will join together and become like a strong empire after the fall. So that's interesting. Now, I don't know if that's the UK or that's global or Europe or the US. Just remember that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night. If there's anything else. I will try through the week. I've got lots of clipping to do because I know everybody can't sit through a full show. Just gonna see if anything comes up there. There's Candice Owens, the Queen of Swords. This, like I said, there's different timelines. There's somebody there trying to hurt her or take her out, but I don't feel they're going to succeed. I'm hoping, and I feel it's as if that if she's taken down from a platform, she will. If I'm not saying that will happen, but if this is one of the timelines, she'll join with somebody else, and it'll create a new thing. So she's on a powerful journey there. Yeah, that's Charlie in spirit there. I still get inside job. I still think that there was people close to him who were doing things to him. But that's for another night. Let's see what I can see here. Got the Carol of the Bells. I love that song, that hymn. Do, 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 do. There'll be an island. There'll be an island which will face great worry. I'm not sure if it's floods or fire. And Trump's there and he's making an announcement that I'm seeing an event where there's a shooting and then they're pulling them to the ground. The 25th, remember that. Remember the 25th. The 28th. Then I'm seeing the Royal Navy, and then I'm seeing the American Air Force and the Bluebirds. There will be an announcement of a WAR, but it will be short. There will be a signature between two powerful men, which will go down in history. January holds the key. Hold on to your hats, guys. It's about to get crazy. I want to send you healing, love, blessings. Watch the skies. Watch the skies. E.T. are already here. They don't need to phone home because they have decided to stay here and live amongst us. It is about to get crazy into 2026. Stay safe, stay well, stay blessed. And may the force be with you all. This is your Psychic LJ, sending you love, light and blessings. Until the next time, Godspeed.